These Fibonacci extensions aren't just seen in US indexes and US stocks, but we see them all over the world. This is a great example. We're talking about Ultratech Cement, which is a cement company traded in India. We're taking the entire decline from 2007 to the end of 2008. We're looking at that overhead supply right around 1173. We reached that level in early 2010, retested that again in the second half of that year, retested that level again in 2011. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. The more times that a level is tested, the higher the likelihood that it's going to break, of course. So what's our first target? 161.8. As I mentioned, in many cases, within the strongest markets, it might not recognize it on the way up, but perhaps on the way back down. And this is a great example of that. We kissed it. It only took 4 days to absorb that overhead supply of that initial target. But then it took 2 years of sideways action to consolidate above it, which I would argue is extremely constructive. So what's the next target? Of course, it's the 261.8% extension of that entire decline, which is right around 2670. So we kissed that level in 2014, consolidated the rest of the year, recognizing that overhead supply, that key resistance at that Fibonacci extension level. Ultimately, in 2015, we broke out of that level. But notice how throughout that entire year, it consistently held that level. That Fibonacci retracement and extension turned into resistance and support. Almost like a descending triangle of sorts, a continuation pattern above that Fibonacci extension. So what's our next target? Of course, it's the 423.6% extension of that very same decline. And we shouldn't be surprised by the fact that in 2016, we literally kissed that level right at 4167 and just reversed. Not because there was some crazy announcement or news. I'm sure there were things talked about, perhaps even made up to justify that decline. But we know the math. So even to this day, this stock has yet to break out consistently above that Fibonacci extension, the 423.6%. So think about this. 10 years later, after this decline, the market is still recognizing these extension levels. The market respects it. I think we need to respect it too.